Georgia. This is Brian Zwerner here with Robert Heydrich. We thought we would be bringing you baseball tonight, but tonight the rain has made the decision for us, and we have lacrosse tonight, Robert. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a great battle now. To see this, obviously, you can't play baseball on the rain, but you can in the rain and the wind and the cold, and it's kind of football weather, but it's spring. We'll call it lacrosse.
Absolutely. We've got a turf field out here, so they're not worried about tearing this place up. It's a beautiful stadium tonight. Rain's still coming down a little bit. Fans have got the umbrellas out, and we are ready for lacrosse. Players are out at center field here, getting ready to get started. Roswell comes into this game 6-1, 1-0 in the region, having won 2 in a row, beat Cambridge 9-8, and Sequoia in a blowout win 14-1 in their last 2 games. Pope comes in 8-2 overall, 2-0 in the region. They've won their last 2 as well over Woodstock 15-7 and Buford 9-8. So we've got a tight region matchup. These are 2 teams we expect to compete at the top of the bracket here. Players are taking their position, and we're going to have a start here in a few seconds. We apologize in advance. The research wasn't what we would have expected it to be because we thought we were going to get a baseball game tonight, but we're excited to be here for lacrosse. Tonight's game brought to you by sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities through youth sports. Sportalspace, every practice, every game.
This should be a good matchup in Area 4.
And we are live. The ball is in.
Battle for the face-off. And Pope comes away with it.
Pope moving into the attack. Ball behind the net now. Bad angle. Okay, we apologize for the angle. First time in this press box. We're going to get it figured out for you. Ball works over to the left wing here. Pope setting up the attack. Looks like number 9 Tyson out there. Rain's starting to come down a lot harder, but it doesn't seem to bother these lacrosse kids one little bit, Robert. What do you think?
Well, they're wearing helmets, so they don't have to worry about their hair getting wet or their head getting wet, but they're more interested in winning this big area game.
On the attack again, loses the rock there, bouncing around. Roswell's going to sweep it up and get on the move.
Great pressure by the Hornets to get the takeaway.
Hornets looking to set up the offense here, get it out of their own zone.
Oh, there's a mistake.
An easy goal for Pope to take the 1-0 lead.
That was a mistake by the keeper trying to run upfield, trying to, instead of just passing it to one of his teammates, had left the goal wide open, and on the turnover, it was an easy goal for the Greyhounds.
10:47 remaining in the first, and Pope takes the quick 1-0 lead here, 1 minute and 13 seconds into this game. Roswell's going to have to get that sorted out. We're not going to be able to see a lot of mistakes like that if they want to keep up with this Pope team. This Pope team poured in 9 points against Buford, 15 against Woodstock. They can score in bunches here.
It's an early mistake that you have to overcome. Fortunately, there's still a lot of time on the clock, still plenty of time to play for the Hornets to come back and answer.
Woodstock getting into the offense now. Sorry, Roswell. Woodstock was our baseball game, Robert. My bad there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. They're all in the same area.
Roswell
region.
in white, Pope Greyhounds in blue. Working the ball behind the net. Ball swings over to the left wing here. 10:13 left in the first. Roswell down 1-0 to Pope.
Good job by the Pope defense to shut off the lane to the net.
Yeah, not getting a good lane to attack here. Trying to work his way around in front of the goal. Gets a good look in front. Keeper right in his face, and it's no good.
It's a good opportunity there for the Hornets, but good defense by the Greyhounds and their keeper to keep the ball out of the net.
Yeah, Pope tries to clear it out of there, but ends up turning the ball over. We're going to go back with Roswell on the attack here. Yeah, that looked like a good opportunity from where we sat. He really couldn't find an angle to get that ball into the net, though. Oh,
good pass, great assist.
Good.
That was number 8 on the assist, number 11 on the goal.
Number 11, Bruce with the goal.
Alex Bruce.
Number 6, Smith with the assist. Number 11, Bruce. And we have a tie game with 9:27 left. It is 1-1. Looks like we're going to get some pyrotechnics along with the rain out here.
I'm just glad we're in the warm press box and not out in the rain. It is
toasty up here at beautiful Roswell Stadium, Roswell, Georgia. Glad you could join us tonight.
some great fans out here sitting here watching this battle.
They got plenty of umbrella work. It looks like Roswell's going to get on the attack again. This game's had a lot of fast pace. We've got a lot of scores here to start. 9:13 left in the first. It's tied up at 1-1. Roswell in white and Pope in blue. Working the ball around his Plunkett. Trying to get his offense set up. Swings the ball over to Gekas. Down to Smith. Smith had the assist on the last goal there. Behind the net to 29 Keepers. It's a great name for a lacrosse player.
That it is.
Setting up the offense here. 8:40 left in this first. 1-1.
Roswell being very deliberate, looking for the opening.
They
got it.
Good. That is number 37, Gable. Did you catch the assist there?
Yeah.
8:32 left, and we got a 2-1 game. Roswell takes the lead. The home team Hornets take the 2-1 lead with 8:32 left in the first.
Well, after that early mistake to give up the early goal, Roswell's been very, very smart and deliberate in their execution on the offensive end and being very patient and attacking when they had the opportunity and scoring on those last two shots.
That was Smith with his second assist of the game. Goal to Gable. Hope trying to get the offense set up here now. They come away with it. Moving to the attack zone a bit, setting it up, trying to get some spacing here. Number 28, McClaw.
Roswell doing a good job pressuring the ball, not trying to let Pope get into an offense.
Tyson swings it around on the left wing now, working it up to the top. You got the Pope Greyhounds in blue, Roswell Hornets in white. 8 minutes left in this first, 2-1. Here comes a good attempt, and it's good.
It's good.
That was number 9, Tyson.
Yep.
Number 9, Tyson with the goal for Pope, ties it up with 7:53 remaining, 2-2.
Well, we thought coming as we started preparing for this in a hurry, we thought we were going to watch a really good tight match between two evenly matched teams, and that's what we're seeing so far. We're already 4 minutes into it with 2 goals apiece.
Yeah, both of these teams can put up points in a hurry. Roswell's last 2 games, they scored 9 and 14. Pope's last 2 games, they scored 9 and 15. So it looks like we're on pace for the same kind of night tonight. Face-off coming here, center. 2-2 with 7:53 remaining in the second. In the first period.
These are great battles on these face-offs.
Hornets come away with it. Oh.
They got a travel turnover.
Turning it over, we're going the other way. Hope will look to set up the offense. They got a great look on the right wing by Tyson for the last goal here. Struggled a little bit to get advance into the offensive area on the last possession, but once they got there, they did real good with it.
Good job. Stick work by the Roswell Hornet defense, knocking the ball out of the stick, and on the out of bounds, it's going to go over to Roswell, and they'll get the ball back and get an opportunity to go back in front.
Now we got a real fast-paced, aggressive start to this game. 2-2 with 7:30 left in the first. Hornets moving into the front. Oh, he's got nobody in front of him. Oh, lost it from behind, and he lost his stick along with it. Pope ball, they'll look to set up the offense. Nice run into the attack here. Looks like Dervis is going to get it in. Get a good opportunity here. Working around behind the net. Being harassed by the defender. Getting a good look into there. No.
Good idea to feed the pass. Just
up by number 21, Carter.
Not on the money, unable to make the catch with the stick. But Pope still has the ball and still has possession.
Yeah, Roswell's content on this possession to kind of hang back and let the defense pack it in front of the net. Working it around behind now is the Greyhounds.
Get a little pick there.
They You got two men behind the net trying to find some type of offense here. In front. Shot.
Good score.
Good. Number 28, McClaw with the goal. McCullough, sorry. Assist to number 4, Roswell. That is 3-2 lead for Pope with 6:28 remaining in the first.
That was just a real nice job there by Pope to work the ball behind the net and then get the pass, quick pass in front and a quick shot on goal, and it was in the net. And a 3-2 lead for the visiting Greyhounds.
Yeah, it's been mostly Roswell coming away with these face-offs there, but it looks like Pope's going to scoop this one up and try to set the offense up again.
Roswell making a substitution.
Yeah, miscue there. Roswell trying to get it in. Nope.
That was a dangerous pass there by the keeper. Just got it over the stick for the Roswell defender.
Coming off the right sideline now. Pope looking to get set up here on their offense. McCullough again. He had the goal just there about a minute ago. Gets unmolested pretty deep in. Oh.
Got a foul there.
Looks like it's going to stay Pope ball here. 5:55 remaining. Pope leads 3-2 here at Roswell. Pope in blue. Roswell Hornets in white. Pope on the attack again. That's number 5, Stutzer. Works it around behind the net. In the early going, Robert, it looked like Roswell was going to stay on the attack. They seem to be controlling the ball better. But in the last few minutes, it's been pretty much all Pope here.
Yeah, the Pope Greyhounds overcame those 2 quick goals, and they've got back into their rhythm, although that shot a little bit wide.
Yeah, they've been on the offensive attack for the better part of the last 2-3 minutes here. Hornets really struggling to get anything moving on their side of the field.
Pope maintains the ball, maintains possession.
Pope setting up behind the net. That's Metzinger. Looking for some type of crease in the middle. And we got a loose ball. It's rolling
Errant pass.
It's going to be Hornets possession here. Oh.
Gets right at midfield.
Bouncing around. Good opportunity for the Hornets. They've got numbers if they can get it up ahead here.
Trying to get the loose ball.
Number 32, Eddie.
It's hard to control that ball with your stick, and you put on a wet turf and wet rain falling. It's probably even more difficult.
Okay, Roswell getting a good opportunity here now to set up their offense. Working it around.
Making a couple of substitutions, bringing some fresher players in.
We got 4:35 remaining. 3-2 Pope leads here at Roswell. Pope in blue, Roswell in white. Working the ball around midfield now. Trying to find some kind of opportunity, and he's got a good look at the net, and it's a goal!
Great move.
That is number 10, Gallup. With the goal, he just saw an opening, didn't wait for anybody, didn't need any help, went right in and winged it past the goalkeeper.
I think he was more surprised than anyone on the field that when he turned the corner, there was no one between him and the net but the keeper, and he took advantage and had a great shot and ties this game.
Yeah, I think he looked up and found out there wasn't a defender giving him a run there. Thought he was going to get checked, and it didn't happen. He got himself a great opportunity, and he made the most of it. We'll step back up here, 3-3 with 4:14 remaining in the first.
No matter what the sport, there's no substitute for speed. Football, lacrosse, basketball, baseball.
Absolutely. Ball bouncing around. Looks like Pope will control the face-off. Well, maybe not. Roswell's still scrapping, and they pick it up here, and they're going to get right back on the offense. Moving around the outside is Vakari. Tries through the middle.
Great.
Easy opportunity and a goal again. That looked like number 39, Puckett.
Yep. It's a breakdown in the Greyhounds' defense as the scramble for the loose ball, and Roswell got advantage, and he took advantage. Puckett did by getting right in front of the net. No one was guarding him, and it was an easy pass, easy catch, and an easy score.
Yeah, it's been an up-and-down game here. 4-3 now. The Roswell Hornets lead the Pope Greyhounds with 3:54 remaining in the first. And we've had plenty of action. These two teams don't disappoint in the goal-scoring department. Hope you're enjoying this from home. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sportalspace. Sportalspace, every practice, every game. Roswell Hornets getting right back on the attack, working the ball up the right wing. And brings the ball over to Gable. Gable's already got one goal in this game, and they're moving it around unmolested behind the net back there. Pope kind of just packing it in, trying to clog the lanes. Roswell's been able to take advantage of this so far.
Oh, a little trickery there. He was going to pass it looked like, but instead he took a shot, and it was wide and out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Pope, it looks like.
Yeah, getting a wholesale number of substitutions here as Pope tries to look to get out of the offense. Dangerous pass in the middle of the field, picked up by number 21, Carter. He's going to try to get this ball onto the offensive side. Nice spin move, and he's working his way up the right sideline. That's 21, Carter. Swings it back around, and Pope will look to set up. Pope down 4-3 to Roswell. Roswell Hornets in white, Pope in blue. Working around behind the net, trying to set up the offense here is number 4, Oswald. He's got an assist already in this game. Finds an opportunity, and that ball's bouncing around. It'll be picked up and taken back out by Roswell now.
You can tell that Roswell's defenders are really focusing in on not letting Pope attack from behind the net. They're getting good pressure and really staying between the ball and the net and not letting Pope set up a shot, whereas it looks like Roswell on their offensive end, they're trying to attack from the front, passing it in front of the net and getting good shots.
2:30 remaining here. Roswell Hornets maintain a 4-3 lead over the Pope Greyhounds. Roswell working it up the left side. Behind the net now is number 11, Bruce. He's already got one goal in the game. Back up top.
Pope seems to be content to really kind of stack the defense in around the net.
Hasn't really worked for either team trying that. And both teams, when they get into the offensive sets, have been able to get opportunities and get good shots on goal. Working it around and getting a little bit tighter now. Pope having to back pedal more. Should see a shot coming here across at some point. Very patient offense from Roswell.
They're looking for an opening right there in the middle.
It's there if he sees it. No, didn't. He had number 11, Bruce, cutting across the middle. Didn't have an opportunity to get it to him. They're going to reset, but they're really tight in here. We should see a good shot opportunity in the second half. 1:26 remaining in the first.
Passing it out on the front.
Oh, a little bit too hot on that pass, and Roswell's going to have to set back up here.
Fortunately, there were not any Greyhound defenders out there, so Roswell able to maintain possession. Looked like he just took his eye off. I think he was looking to pass.
Ooh, tried to swing it in there, and it was no good. Looks like it's going to go Pope's way.
That's a good idea. Sometimes when you get the defense looking to expecting a pass, you may can sneak a shot past the keeper, but that shot was errant.
See if Pope can turn this around. 1:03 remaining in the period here. Roswell up 4-3.
It's a power move to get past that defender.
He went right through that one. That didn't bother him in the slightest. That's number 16, O'Neal, for Pope.
There is contact.
This is a contact sport, no doubt about it. Works the ball in the middle. No opportunity there for McCullough. It's going to go Roswell's way. They got 36 seconds left here in the period. Let's see if they can get a good opportunity before the clock runs out on them. Okay, 30 seconds remaining now. Roswell looking to set it up here. They're going to have to get moving. They don't have this kind of time. 20 seconds remaining now. Here comes a shot.
Oh!
Good! Powers it by the keeper. That is number 6, Smith.
Yeah, they just made a substitution late, and he came on the field, and one of the other defenders for Roswell went back on to work on defense, and they brought him in, and he came in and got a good look and got the goal that they needed. That's a key goal right here at the end of the first quarter.
Rocketed that one past the keeper. Big, strong shot by number 6, Smith, and he's got 2 assists in the goal tonight. He's playing great. The Hornets are up 5-3 with only 18 seconds remaining here in the period.
Roswell coaching staff saw a scoring opportunity and wanted to get one of their better players on the field, and that paid off for them.
Well, about 10 seconds left here now. Pope going to try to get a quick shot off. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Here comes the shot. No good. Goes wide left, and that is the end of the period. It is 5-3. Home team Roswell. Hornets leading Pope 5-3. game. Roswell coming into this game 6-1, leading Pope. They're 8-2. We got two of the powerhouse teams in this region.
And this is a big game for Roswell. Pope's a little bit higher ranked in some of the rankings around the state, Metro Atlanta area, and this is an opportunity for Roswell to make a statement in the area that they're going to be a contender. Both these teams are undefeated early in the area season. They've Pope 2-0, Roswell 1-0, and the records we've gotten. So a win on their home field tonight would really give the Hornets a big boost as you go into the heart of your region schedule.
Absolutely. These two teams are looking to make some noise in the state playoffs as we move into the 6 and 7A state playoffs. They're out here. Both these teams have good squads, keep winning records here, and looking good. We've got about 1 minute left here in the period. We were supposed to be bringing baseball tonight. Apparently the weather just didn't hold out for us, and we were lucky. Came out of the baseball, disappointed, thought we were on our way home, Robert, and walked into a lacrosse game.
Well, that's the beauty of spring sports in high school. You can always catch 2 or 3 games going on a facility like this, a beautiful campus here. We've got the baseball stadium to our left, the softball field also to our center left, and this time of year you've got soccer, lacrosse, tennis, golf, and baseball going on, and it's always fun this time of year to see when weather starts warming up. Eventually it'll warm up, but tonight I don't think any of these players are cold. They're really enjoying this game, and this is going to be a competitive final 3 quarters.
Yeah, we're in a nice toasty press box, so nothing for us to worry about up here. And they got a beautiful turf field here in Roswell for the football, lacrosse, and soccer field down here. So no worries with the weather down there.
Well, with the Roswell Hornets being such a high school football power, they're used to playing in November and December when you need to have a heated press box.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're glad to be here, excited to be here. Tonight's game brought to you by Sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities through youth sports. Sportalspace, every practice, every game.
Another face-off won by Roswell. That's really one of the reasons why they've are out to a 2-goal lead is that they've been able to win the face-offs and keep possession.
Yeah, switch sides here. You got Roswell Hornets going from our right to left now. Pope Greyhounds in blue defending on the left side of your screen at home. We apologize for a little bit of choppiness. We've had to go without the tripod. We had scant minutes to get set up here, so we're doing the best we can with this live broadcast of lacrosse. We hope you're enjoying it there at home. We are definitely having a fun time up here. It's 5-3. The home team, Roswell Hornets, leading the Pope Greyhounds. 11 minutes left here in the second. It's been a high-scoring affair. Been a nice play so far.
Oh, nice pass. I think 17-11 or 16.
That is another goal for the Hornets. They take a 6-3 lead now. What do you have on that goal there, Robert?
I look like number 11 got it. He was camped out right in front of the goal, and I couldn't see who made the assist, but he was attacking on the right side and made the pass over to the left side, and it was a quick shot. It looked like on that offensive possession for Roswell that Pope went into a kind of a man-to-man defense. Right before the half, they were kind of like a zone. They were camped out with 3 defenders right in front of the net. They kind of spread it out to a man attack on that formation, and Pope was able to – Roswell was able to get a shot right in on the goal, and you're not going to miss many of these kids are really good players, and when you get that close and that opportunity, you're not going to miss straight on, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's the second goal for Bruce. He scored one already in the first. 11:07 remaining in the second. It's now 6-3. Roswell with the lead over the Pope Greyhounds. You know, it felt like this has been a bit of a game of runs. Roswell opened up strong. They were on the attack quite a bit. Went the other way the second half of the first period. And right out of the gates, Roswell real aggressive, right off the face-off, moved the ball up the right wing and got themselves a good scoring opportunity.
It's going to be interesting to see how Pope comes out of this timeout. Obviously, there were some strategic adjustments and maybe a little of motivation to his team to say, we're a much better team than this, and we're playing a good team, but we're not playing up to our caliber of play. And I think that's kind of what the message was. Let's make a few technical changes, but let's pick up the effort and let's get on the attack.
Scored in bunches in the first period. It was McCullough and Tyson with goals for them, and we're going to have to see some type of offense here quick if they want to stay in this thing.
Well, it starts at the face-off. Pope's going to need to win these face-offs to get possession.
struggling to find a way to get this ball up off the ground, and it's going to bounce Roswell's way again. And they'll get right back on the attack. These guys don't wait at all.
And you see Pope bringing in the pressure now. They're kind of getting a little bit closer, attacking further out from the goal.
Bruce has 2 goals tonight. He's got the ball on the right wing now, working it around behind the net. Oh, look at number 30. He's coming free. That's Van Eddy. He's wide open. Works into the middle. Oh, right over the net.
Yeah, on that play, Van Eddy looked like he was coming out, and his defender ran off, and then Van Eddy ran back on, but now he is coming out, and they are making a substitution, as it looks like Edler's coming in, number 38.
They completely lost the defender there. Van Eddy ran towards the sideline. I don't think the defender thought he was staying on the pitch, and he got himself a nice, easy look in there and got his teammate a shot opportunity right in front of the net, point blank. Weren't able to capitalize. And that ball's knocked around. Pope's going to go back on the offensive here, and they really need to make something happen now. Down 6-3 with 10:04 remaining in the second.
That's a big defensive play there for Pope to get the ball back, and now they're trying to get into the offenses. They're trying to get their 5 defenders down into the offensive end.
Pope working it around. Number 9, Tyson. He's already got 1 goal tonight. Working up the right wing here.
Bringing in some offensive scoring power.
Getting deep in, trying to find an opportunity here. Got to take it back out. Works it back out to Lehman.
Good switching defense by Pope as they were kind of covering in their zones, but also kind of making sure that nobody sneaks in to get an open shot.
Working around to Oswald. He's got an assist earlier tonight. Back over to Tyson. Pope not seeing the opportunities they want. Here we go. Get a little bit of a run at it. Got the ball in the middle.
Good pass.
It's good. That looked like McCullough again, his 2nd goal tonight. That's the kind of opportunity, Robert, these guys need to get back in this thing. It's 6-4 with 9:18 remaining. Pope got the defensive stop on the other side. Ball kind of bounced around and found their way right into Pope's hands, and they were able to get in the offense and get exactly the shot they wanted there.
Yeah, they were able to attack from out in front of the net and got some great execution. It's not easy when you're throwing the ball back quickly at that velocity, but it was a great catch with the stick and then turn around and get the shot in. And it's a big goal for Pope as they're able now to trail by 2 as obviously they try to trim into this Roswell lead.
Yeah, Pope's had trouble controlling these faceoffs. They've pretty much all gone Roswell's way since early on. And Roswell right on the attack, shot right in front of the net.
Oh.
Couldn't corral it. Ball bouncing around, still a little bit of a danger spot here. Back to the keeper now.
A turnover there.
Yeah, Roswell was in prime scoring position there and just couldn't quite cleanly get a shot off.
Maybe in the case where the player was was trying to shoot before he had the ball in his stick,
Roswell
in his
back
neck.
on the offense now. Don't have the numbers here. They're going to have to hold it up. That's Gable. He's going to hold it up on the wing and wait for his offense to get set up here. Gable's got a goal already tonight. Attacking down the right wing now. He's going to have a great opportunity here in front of the net.
Oh, that was a nice save.
Oh, looks like we're going to get a penalty call down there.
I got a pushing foul, according on the Greyhounds, so the Hornets will get the ball. Lacrosse, you play with 9 players, 8 players on there, plus a goalkeeper. 5 are allowed in the offensive end, 3 back on the other end.
Roswell's making the most of their opportunities tonight. 8:19 remaining in the second. They are up 6-4. Roswell Hornets in white facing the Pope Greyhounds in blue. That's Plunkett working his way around, trying to find an opportunity in front of the middle here. Getting harassed by number 16, O'Neill. And sets back up at the point. That's Smith. He's got 2 assists and a goal already tonight. Over to Gable. He's already got 1 score as well. Roswell on the attack again. Works it behind the net, and looks like that's going to be turned over. It's going to go Pope's way.
Yep.
Not able to corral behind the net. Oh,
Nope.
They're going to say Pope touched it, I guess. Roswell ball?
Yep. Yeah, I thought it was going to be Roswell's ball.
It sure is.
And they do keep possession.
Smith works it up to the top. Back over to Smith on the wing. Didn't play it cleanly, but there was no defender to capitalize on it. 6-4 with 7:30 remaining in the second. Smith moving it into the front. Good opportunity on net. And it's in. He just snuck that one by the keeper. He's had a great game tonight. 2 assists early and now 2 goals. for number 6, Smith, for the Roswell Hornets to take a 7-4 lead.
Yeah, just a great move, and he got an open look at the net and put it right in that lower corner on the opposite side and got it past the keeper, and he's having a big game, and Roswell's had a real good start to this.
Yeah, Roswell got to like the way this game's getting rolling so far, up 7-4 with 7:24 remaining in the second period here. Faceoffs have been mostly Roswell, and that's really helped them to set the offense up, and Pope's had no answer once Roswell gets the ball with that type of deep penetration. And
he's able to
away again. Oh, Pope gonna pick it up and get out on the offensive side now. Trying to take advantage of numbers. They've got a 4-on-3. Fires it in there.
What a save! I can't figure out the number.
Roswell's gonna use. Oh no, it's bouncing back around and back to Pope. All right, well now we're seeing some fast pace, Robert.
Is that 24 in goal, Palmer?
Sure was. That was a great stop.
Yeah.
Point blank look. Pope with another shot. Ball bouncing around. Pope's going to come away with it here. Oh.
I think we got a pushing foul. Got a
free singles Pope ball. Pope's going to be able to set up the offense here. Down 7-4 with 6:52 remaining in the second. Oh, errant pass. And going to get controlled by nobody yet.
They're still battling for the loose ball. Oh.
No good. Pope going to be able to set back up. Number 5, Stutzer, setting up the offense for the Greyhounds. Down 7-4 with 6:26 remaining. Behind the net now. He's got a good opportunity if he can turn to face the net. Trying to get a shot.
Turnover.
Great defensive stop by number 27, Robinson. Swings it behind the back. Moving it up the left side now is Walker. Walker's got a free run. Let's see if he takes a shot here. Wide open.
Oh, wide of the net.
Point blank shot in front of the net. Couldn't make it go. 6 minutes left. 7-4 Roswell.
It looks like, I think it was 6. Smith they brought on to catch the pass. It was a timely substitution to set up that scoring opportunity, but a rare missed opportunity for the Hornets with a point blank shot going wide of the net.
6-8 feet in front of the net, unmolested, had a good opportunity, but they're right back on possession with 5:44 remaining in the second. Roswell Hornets in white up 7-4 over the Pope Greyhounds in blue.
Pope looks like they're trying to keep the Hornets from getting close by putting 3 defenders out at about the 25-yard line on the football field, which is about 15 yards from where the net is.
Looks like it's going to be a turnover. Nope, Roswell able to maintain possession. That's Bruce. He's already got 2 goals tonight. Trying to work it around towards the middle again. Walker setting it up to the right wing now. Looking for an opening.
Pope trying to turn up the defensive pressure, pushing the Roswell players away from the net.
Pluckett works it over to Smith.
Ever so gently. Doing a lot of blocking.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of substitutions now. Roswell still up 7-4 with 4:47 remaining. They've had a lot more opportunities this period, and they've really taken advantage of it. Came up, scored 2 goals already this period, and had 2 point-blank shots at the net that just went wide.
They could have a substantial 5-goal lead, but I think right now they're going to try to settle in and get their offense going and get one in the net. I think they sense the opportunity to really kind of have a nice lead. I don't think any lead is safe in any sport, especially lacrosse.
That's Walker working around now behind the net. Nice little spin move there. And they're calling a turnover. It's going to Pope. And the Roswell fans don't like it here in the booth.
We'll try to find out exactly what the official called.
Number 16, O'Neal, taking it up. Trying to set up the offense for Pope. Pope working around to Tyson.
There's a flag down.
There's a flag now.
They'll continue playing on.
Oh, he didn't see it coming behind him, and that's going to be the whistle there. Gable came in. The offensive player wasn't seeing him coming, and they got the whistle at least, but that's going to be a foul here.
Well, I know his stick fell down across the other side of the field. He was literally laying down on the field, not to try to go over the 50-yard line to pick up his stick. So
second one-man advantage for Pope. They really need to score down 7-4 with 3:50 left. They've got the one-man advantage. This should be a good opportunity for them to get the ball in the net.
that means that Roswell
Now Roswell tightening in their defense, pulling them back closer to the net. Let's see how Pope attacks this here. Pope in blue, seeing the opportunity, fires it at the keeper, but it's no good.
well, they said a man advantage, but Roswell still has
Still have 8.
5 players down there on the defense along with the keeper to make 6.
Here comes another shot. Nope. Passes that one up, working it around to the left wing, down towards the net. Another shot at goal, and it's no good.
That was a tough angle to take that shot. The odds
Not
of
a lot of room for that one to find its way into the net. That was number 2, Metzinger. Fired it across with a lot of velocity. Had opportunities over there for Lehman. It doesn't look like he wants to take that shot from the right wing. Number 9, Tyson moving it up. He's got one of the Roswell Pope goals tonight. Swings it along, and the keeper comes up with a nice bouncing save.
well, now they were a man down because they were able to get a 6th defender in there right before that save. I'm learning too, folks.
Yeah, we thought we'd be doing baseball tonight for those of you tuning in late.
And we got a timeout.
2:52 remaining, and the Roswell Hornets in white maintain a 7-4 lead. Yeah, we thought we would be bringing you baseball tonight. Roswell Hornets versus Woodstock. Turned out the rain took care of the baseball game, but the lacrosse is played on a turf field. So we've got a beautiful setup out here, and we are a go with lacrosse. So we decided to switch gears and bring you a lacrosse game tonight. Hope you're enjoying this at home. Tonight's game brought to you by sportalspace connects communities to sportalspace every practice, every game. We've got a timeout on field here in the second period. It is 7-4 Roswell over the Pope Greyhounds in blue, Roswell Hornets in white. And 2 goals and 2 assists by number 6 Smith from Roswell. He's been the leading scorer on both teams tonight so far. Gable and Puckett both adding goals. Bruce with 2 goals and Gown as well. Doing a little stat check, making sure we've got all the details straight out here.
Well, I wanted to find out what the call was, and it was they called the Roswell defender for being in the crease, though Roswell fans don't think he was in the crease, but would he step in that crease right behind the net?
Yeah, the Roswell fans' opinions don't matter, only the referees down here. 7-4 with 2:52 remaining. Got a nice little crowd out here tonight at Roswell Stadium. They braved the rain, only see 1 or 2 umbrellas left up. So looks like we got a nice setup out here for lacrosse tonight.
I think the Roswell coaching staff wanting to set up a scoring opportunity, sensing with the half running out that they can have some momentum going into the second half if they can kind of double this lead, getting up 8-4.
Yeah, 7-4 now with 2:44 remaining. Roswell on the attack in white. Pope Greyhounds in blue. Roswell working it around up to the top there. That's number 9 Gekas. Pope content to kind of sit back there and wait for the attack to come a little bit. Hasn't really worked out for them. Roswell's been able to find a lot of opportunities to get good scores and good looks at the net. Oh,
yep.
And that one's bouncing around. Roswell able to corral it, though. That's Gekas as well. Pope extending the defense a little bit now, trying to put a little more pressure on him, but still content to kind of sit back and let Roswell work here. Working it down the left side. Got a nice opportunity. Beautiful spin move.
Spin move.
It's no good. I think that ball found itself to the top of the soccer net behind the goal. We are back in play here. Roswell still on the attack. Working it up top to Gable. He's got 1 score already tonight. That's Smith. He's been the star of the game so far with 2 assists and 2 goals. Trying to find an opportunity in front of the net. Being harassed there by the Pope defense. 1:20 remaining now in the second. 7-4, Roswell leads the Pope Greyhounds. Setting it back up to Plunkett.
And Roswell, of course, with a 3-goal lead, in no hurry. They want to get the shot they are looking for.
Yep, and I want to make sure there's not any time left for Pope to get any kind of opportunity before the half, maintain this lead. Here comes the shot. Nope, not going to go.
Tried to bounce it in off the turf, past the keeper, and it was a little bit left of the net.
Still going to be Roswell possession here, though. Working it around. He's got a good opportunity. Looking for something in the middle. That's Licata. Swings it over to Plunkett. Back up top. 41 seconds remaining here in the second. And that's another goal. Nothing fancy there. Just kind of took it down the right side.
He just got an opening and he got it in. Like Stanton Smith again. Yep. They said Stan Smith. Yeah.
Smith's been really dominant here. He assisted on the first 2 goals and has now scored 3 goals.
He's shown to be very difficult to handle one-on-one, and when he gets an opening that close, he's pretty accurate.
And that's Stanton Smith, number 6 for the Roswell Hornets. 36 seconds remaining, 8-4. Roswell really controlling the vast majority of these face-off. Pope's going to need to try to get something going before the clock runs out here. They don't want to go in to the half period halftime down 8-4 at this point.
Oh, dangerous pass. Lucky they still made no
impetus. Yeah. 20 seconds remaining here in the half.
Long pass downfield, turnover.
And Pope's going to get one last opportunity with 16 seconds. Advancing the ball into the front. They've got to get a shot here quick. Only 10 seconds left. Working it around in front. Defenders right there. And that's going to be enough to run out the half. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here comes a long shot, and it's no good. And that is the halftime. 8-4. Roswell Hornets leading the Pope Greyhounds. Robert, we didn't think we were doing lacrosse tonight, but it's been a great game, a lot of fun.
Well, we're learning, and it is an exciting game. Having worked in South Georgia for a number of years, there's not lacrosse there, but I have a nephew who did play lacrosse at Dunwoody High a few years ago, and I watched a couple of matches there. So it's an exciting game to watch, and I'm really now in Atlanta getting a chance to see some of the better teams in this state, and we're lucky enough to be watching Pope and Roswell looking to make a statement, and so far they've been the aggressive team. They've been controlling face-offs, they've been controlling the possession, and they've been creating great opportunities, and they've missed a few. I mean, honestly, they probably could be up 11-4 with the straight on goal shots that they've missed, but I think their coaching staff would take a 4-goal lead over a very talented Pope High team.
Yeah, both of these teams coming in with strong winning records. Roswell 6-1 coming in, Pope 8-2, both off of 2 impressive wins the last couple games. And I think what's most impressive is that Pope has been a high-scoring team most of the season, and Roswell has really controlled the game. They've controlled the possession. We've played almost the entire game in Roswell's side of the field where they want to be on the attack. And Pope really hasn't had an answer for them. If they can't start to win some of these face-offs, I don't know how they're going to get back in this thing.
Well, it's going to have to start when you get to the third quarter. They're going to need the possession. They're going to need to really get aggressive, and they're going to have to go for some steals and take advantage of scoring opportunities. I think Roswell, we've talked much about their offense, but their defense has been just as impressive as they've really done a great job of surrounding the keeper with defenders and not letting the Greyhounds get a lot of really wide open straight on scoring opportunities, and sometimes that can get frustrating when you're on the offensive end, when you're not able to make moves and get open shots, and the shots become difficult, and the angles that you're taking on the net are not really the best angles where your odds of scoring a goal are going to happen. So obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy the Greyhounds do come out with to try to claw their way back into this game in the second half.
Just trying to make sure everyone out there knows where we're at here live on YouTube.
Yeah, if you were expecting to see Roswell play Woodstock in baseball, that game was rained out. About an hour ago when they were going to start the game, actually an hour and a half ago, had rain coming through here, and so the field was unplayable. But Lacrosse, there's no such thing as a rain delay, probably a lightning delay, but the rain is gone, the skies are clearing, and the weather's dropping. The temperature's dropping on this first day of spring, but winter trying to hang around a little bit longer. But a good crowd here at Roswell High, their stadium, and we've been entertained by a great first half between these two teams, two of the top teams in the metro Atlanta area, as Roswell leading 8-4 as the Hornets look to try to hand the Greyhounds their first area loss of the season.
Yeah, this game will have good implications as we move into region play now. They're both getting started. Roswell 1-0 in the region, Pope 2-0 in the region. We expect this to be one of the better regions across the state this year. Both of these teams having aspirations deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the goal. Your first goal is to get into the playoffs. Your second goal is to be able to play at home. And obviously, when you're in a competitive area like these two teams are, every region game matters and every point goal matters. And because when you get to the end of the season, it's going to be a dogfight to see who gets those spots into the state tournament.
Yeah, this Pope team advanced last year to the Elite Eight, fell to Lambert last year in the playoffs.
And there's nothing wrong with falling to Lambert in boys lacrosse.
No, Lambert went to the championship game, and Roswell also made the Elite Eight. They dropped to Centennial, who lost to Lambert, who made it to the championship game. So both of these teams in the Elite Eight last year of the 6A, 7A boys playoffs, and both teams probably looking ahead. We didn't get a chance to spend much time with the coaches ahead of time. 5 minutes left here in the halftime period. Halftime, 8-4, Roswell leading at home against the Pope Greyhounds. And if we're going to see some change in momentum here, to me it starts at the faceoffs. Roswell's really controlled them. That's allowed them to stay on their side of the field pretty much the entire game.
I think Alex Bruce is the one who's been handling the faceoffs. It's kind of hard to see the numbers from up here through the glass, but he seems to be the one who's winning those faceoffs, and they're really big battles once the referee drops the ball down there and steps out, and the two defenders go after the ball.
Yeah, and he's been doing that on the faceoffs. He's also scored 2 goals in this game. Stanton Smith for Roswell, 2 assists and 3 goals on the night. So he's been really the dominant offensive player. Looks like 2 goals for McCullough, number 28 for Pope, and a few players out there with 1 goal each. About 4 minutes remaining in this halftime period. And we will be bringing you more spring sports live throughout the season here. We got about a month left, roughly, in soccer, lacrosse, and baseball. Trying to line up a soccer matchup for next week in the 6 or 7A classification for you here live on Sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities through youth sports. We help coaches find practice space for both gyms and fields across the metro Atlanta area. Check us out at sportalspace.com. On our YouTube channel, you can see highlight videos from multiple sports, but we got a lot of basketball loaded up there. Robert, we hit about 200 basketball games across the winter season, culminating in all 16 of the championship games, including the last second win by the Warner Robins team. They were tied up, got a 3-pointer at the buzzer, and that was the most exciting championship game we've had this year.
I saw that on Twitter, on the Twitter feed, and it was a great job by our Sportalspace staff to get that game-winning shot, a great angle from right there mid-court. And congratulations to all those teams who are celebrating state championships. Now that the GHSA has essentially 8 classifications, when you're talking the 7 classifications and the split in the Class A between public and private, that's a lot of games, a lot of officiating, and when you get into state tournament play, no matter what the sport, it's not easy to organize. But give GHSA credit. Glad to see the half of the games back down in Macon, in the Macon Centerplex Coliseum, and some really great basketball. And as having covered high school basketball down at Albany, Georgia, where they've had a great tradition of basketball, it's always a busy time of year, and after Thanksgiving through just before St. Patrick's Day.
Robert, you've seen a few of the baseball teams out here. Who are some of the teams in the baseball world that look good to you so far?
Well, you got to look at the Fulton, Cherokee County area. I think, Etowah and Walton. I was really looking forward to the Woodstock Roswell matchup tonight. Got a chance to see Pope play the other day at home and against Northview, and they fell behind and just kept battling, and put together a crooked number in I think their 5th inning and won the game. Got to see Parkview play. They're a very solid team, great pitching, and they were part of the early season tournament. And they played Lee County, which is ranked number 1 in 6A, and Lee County, of course, played Pope in the state championship series last year. Pope won it, so it's there are just a lot of really great baseball teams in and around Metro Atlanta and across the state, and I'm glad that the weather's going to start warming up soon as we get into April and into May, and going to see some great region action, and then, of course, the state playoffs will start.
Yeah, keep an eye on Sportalspace YouTube channel. We will definitely be bringing you live action from across the field sports here throughout the remainder of the spring. We expect to be at baseball, boys and girls, lacrosse, and boys and girls soccer. Tonight we just got the boys game from beautiful Roswell High School as the Roswell Hornets in white take on the Pope Greyhounds in blue. Roswell up 8-4. We're coming to the end of the halftime here, and we've had a pretty spirited game. Roswell's been on the attack most of the game. They've been able to get the ball into the net pretty consistently, only a few missed opportunities, and Pope's going to have to win some faceoffs and be a little bit more aggressive, and they're not going to be able to sit back in this zone and let Roswell work, because that has not worked for them at all tonight.
Well, they're going to have to come out and attack, and as you said, if they can just try to do what they can to basically hog the ball, they're going to need a lot of possession time and a lot of shots, and just hoping in stepping up the attack that it doesn't make bleed mistakes and create openings to where Roswell can score and stretch their lead.
Yeah, they're going to have to take these opportunities wherever they come now at this point in the game. 8-4, we're about to get underway with the third period shortly. Roswell holding on to a big 8-4 lead. Let's see if they stay aggressive. I mean, they've been aggressive on the offensive end the entire game. They haven't backed off one bit. With this big 4-goal lead, we'll see if they stay in that same posture. Roswell will be moving left to right on your TV screen here. And we'll zoom in and get you the closest view we can on this faceoff. Roswell's been controlling every one of these faceoffs, and that's really led the advantage pretty much the whole game for them.
Powder blue jerseys and silver numerals are not easy to see.
Yeah, we're working hard up here at the press box. We had very little time to prepare. Supposed to be giving you a baseball game tonight. All right, nice close-in shot of this battle as the referee drops the ball. And we're underway. And again, Roswell comes away with it. And they are going right into the attack mode. They are not slowing down, but he gets harassed by 2 defenders, swings it around, and the referees are going to throw the flag there. What do you think the call is down there? Hard to read it.
He gave a holding signal.
Yeah, he got mugged by 3 guys down there. I actually think they would have been better off without the flag.
Yeah.
He was mugged by 3 guys, but he managed to wing the ball over his head to his attackman on the right wing, and I think they would have had a pretty nice opportunity.
So that's not the way that Pope wanted to start the second half when they have to go with an infraction and go a man down. They'll have 5 defenders.
Yeah, 7 seconds into this half, and Roswell already gets the
6 on
advantage.
5.
Thought about a shot there from about the 20-yard line of the football field. Thought better of it, decided to wing it back out and see if they get a good opportunity here. They got this man advantage. Roswell working it around, trying to find the shot that they want. Over to the right wing. Here comes the shot. Nope, passes that one up. Still looking for the better opportunity. Trying to find something in front of the net. Roswell got about 20 seconds left here on this man advantage. Here comes the shot, and it's wide. 11:20 remaining. Roswell holding on to this 8-4 lead. They'll set it back up from behind the net. Nobody on him. And we got a goal again. Nobody picked him up. Gekas came right around there and popped the goal in. Where was the Roswell defense, Robert? I have
no idea what happened to the Pope defense on that play. I think they were expecting him to pass, but nobody picked him up. And That's what happens when you're playing with a defender down. It's you get confusion on defense, and this was another mistake on defense for the Greyhounds, and they give up another goal.
Yeah, no room for that type of defensive lapse there. Roswell takes the 9-4 lead with 11:16 remaining in the third. We'll zoom in and give you a nice tight look at this face-off here. This has really been the key to the game. Roswell's come away with virtually every single one of these. And if Pope can't figure out how to get these things out going their way, they're going to have a long night.
3 straight goals.
Yep. Right back there, and Roswell controls yet again. Look like number 17, Thomas.
Yeah, MP Thomas, he's the one who's been winning these face-offs. And he may not have scored a goal tonight, but he's been an unsung hero because he's set up these opportunities for the Hornets with his great play on these faceoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really kept him in the offense the entire game. And Pope's really had no way to counter.
Well, Pope came out aggressive on defense, and with it they encountered an early infraction, and they had to go a man down, and Roswell took advantage.
Yeah, Roswell working it back in again. They don't seem to content with his 5-goal lead. They're going to keep shooting.
That was a nice move there by Evan Plunkett to get open for a shot. But
yeah, Plunkett not letting him have an easy run at it, and then there's another penalty flag that's going to go against Roswell this time.
Get him for a high stick.
Oh, Pope unable to control. Would have had a little bit of an advantage there, but wasn't able to get it moving. But they'll get the 30-second advantage here, it looks like.
What?
1 minute.
Yep, a slash.
1 minute advantage on this one. So big opportunity for Pope. They've got to get a score here.
Yeah, and it's very important in this when you're down 5 goals that you go, because if you don't score here, you kind of wonder just exactly what it's going to do for the psyche of your team when you're on the road and you're trailing by 5 goals.
Yeah, down 9-4 with 9:54 remaining here in the third. Pope in blue working it around, trying to get an opportunity. Passes up the shot, going to take the shot for the middle. Nice block by the keeper, number 24, Palmer.
This is the second man advantage opportunity Pope has had. They didn't score on the first occasion.
Yeah, Palmer's played real nice in goal. He's had a couple of stops on these point-blank shots, but it works back around to Stutzer. That one's not going to go either. 9:36 remaining, still up 9-4 is the Roswell Hornets in white over the Pope Greyhounds. Works it around, shot for the middle.
Save.
Another great save. Palmer has really stopped these in there.
That's his second great save of the night. And, of course, he started this game with a mistake with a turnover, and he's way out of goal.
He is miles out, nearly at midfield. Lucky that one didn't cost him. He was excited about the stop and goal and tried to start the offense himself, and
Pope still
it wasn't there.
Pope.
Yeah, Pope's still running with the advantage, right? 9:03 remaining.
Yeah, now I think we're back. Now the penalty has been killed, so we're back at full strength for both teams.
8:55 left, and Roswell maintains the 9-4 lead here. Pope back on the offensive side here. Pope trying to make something happen. He's got to run at it, and he bounces it by the keeper that time. That was number 9, Tyson, his second goal of the game. Palmer had been keeping him in it by getting all the stops that he could there, but that one, too easy look. He got right in on the keeper and bounced it right below him.
That was a huge goal for Pope. They needed something to get them a little confidence, and now it's going to be interesting to see if they can build that momentum in and try to get a rally going.
Pope down 9-5 with 8:41 remaining.
There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, not if they can't stop Thomas. Thomas has been dominating these faceoffs and really has controlled the entire tempo of the game with this. Let's see if the guy for Pope here can get it. I can't catch the number on the jersey just yet.
Silver on powder blue is not easy.
Well, that is McMillan in on the faceoff this time for the Hornets, but the same result.
He got tripped, and there's another penalty, I think.
Taken down from behind is Roswell, and Pope's going to go a man down. They can't afford this here. Down 9-5 with 8:25 remaining in the third.
Well, we talked about they were going to have to gamble on defense, and they are, and it's not working for them because that's their second penalty in the quarter, and we've only played 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start here. Roswell up 9-5 with 8:25 remaining, and they'll go on a one-man advantage for 30 seconds here. Hornets crowd getting excited about the one-man advantage opportunity and the 4-goal lead here. Let's see if they can add to it and double them up 10-5 with another good opportunity.
Roswell's 1 for 1 in their man-down opportunities. Pope is 0 for 2. But they did score just after getting back at full strength.
The shot that they want there. No, ball's loose. Looks like it's going to pop Roswell's way, and they may come out of this with a good chance. Oh, nice stick play there by number 16, O'Neal. And he's going to push this thing all the way down the left sideline, and he's come free now. Being down a man doesn't seem to bother him, and it looks like that penalty's probably been killed by now then.
Yep, there comes the defender back on the field.
Works the ball over to Oswald, number 4. He's got an assist earlier tonight. Pope's going to set up the offense the second time this period. They got a great opportunity, had a nice shot that was stopped by Palmer, and then got another one that they were able to bounce past the keeper just about 2 minutes ago. 7:30
You go back
remaining.
to that Roswell possession. They had a pass from the back behind the net, and they tried to throw it to the defenders. It was a dangerous pass, and it resulted in a turnover, and now Pope's got another chance to score.
Yeah, Pope needing to get back on the board here, down 9-5, right across the middle, not able to control it, and it is going to bounce around, but Pope's going to keep it in. That's
the football sidelines are not in play. The out of bounds is actually a purple line in the black on the sidelines. So
right, hard to see maybe from the broadcast, but we got a nice view of it here, and the sun is coming out. I can't believe, Robert, they canceled the baseball game. It turns out to be a beautiful night here. Pope working around behind the net, trying to find some kind of opportunity. Here comes the shot. Bounces
good
it over.
Good save by Palmer. That's his second good save in this quarter. That was a bounce shot. Had a lot of momentum, and he did a great job.
Yeah, Palmer's had a number of key saves, but a little bit of a miscue here, and Pope's going to come back up on the offense. That's Metzinger working it into the front.
A turnover there on the loose ball, unable to haul in a very catchable pass from the goalkeeper.
Metzinger setting it up, number 2 behind the net, trying to find some kind of opportunity. Right in front, and Palmer
great
with
job
another
by Palmer.
Save.
That's a third really on-in close shot that he's broken up. Nice pass.
He's had a great game so far, and now we see Geekus taking it up the sideline, working it up the right side. Here comes a shot. Good opportunity. Great ball moving in front. Not able to get the shot away there, though.
I think that was number 17 for the Greyhounds who got his stick in there and prevented a goal.
Yeah, I think Roswell passed up what they thought was a good shot for a better one, but probably would have been better off winging that thing from about 10 yards away. They had a good opportunity to fire that one over at the keeper. They are up 9-5 with 5:33 remaining in the period. Roswell really dominating this game so far. But Pope's finding some life here in the third quarter. I like the way they're playing.
Yeah, they're trying to claw their way back in it. This is a key possession. Pope really needs to get the ball back without giving up a goal.
Tries to center, was Gowd, couldn't quite get it to his teammate there, but they don't pay the price. Plunkett's going to set it up on the left side.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
Here comes a good opportunity, and it's another goal. And that is another Roswell goal. They go up 10-5 with 4:59 remaining, and that goal was scored by...
Looked like Smith again.
Smith with his 4th goal of the night.
Yeah, that play was set up. Ryan Stutzer went for the steal of the pass to Smith, and when he didn't get it, Smith had an easy opening and got a wide open shot at the goal, and as we've seen tonight, he doesn't miss. And Roswell's able to answer Pope's goal with one of their own, and they've got the lead back to 5 with right at under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know, Robert, if we would have seen a 10-5 baseball game tonight. I think we're getting a lot more scoring and fireworks than we would have gotten over on the baseball field.
I don't know. The way the wind blowing out to left field over there, there might have been a few home runs.
Roswell working into the front. Roswell Hornets in white facing the Pope Greyhounds in blue. Roswell up 10-5 with 4:40 remaining here in the third. Roswell's really dominated this game. It's been mostly the Stanton Smith show. 4 goals, 2 assists for number 6 for the Roswell Hornets. He's had a fantastic game. 2 goals by Bruce as well. Roswell really maintaining the attack pretty much the whole game. Pope came out with a little bit of life here to start the second, but that goal opportunity really took the wind out of their sails. They're going to have to find some kind of energy here if they're going to cut this deficit and give themselves a chance in the fourth period.
Well, just need somebody to make a big play and just kind of give them a little momentum, and the other guys will pick it up their effort. But you got to give Roswell's defense credit, especially Palmer. He's had three saves. He's turned away 3 goals.
Comes a great opportunity and another score. That is number 11, Bruce, with his 3rd goal of the game. A nifty pass from the left side to the right. Bruce found himself wide open with the keeper out of position, and he makes the easy goal.
That was really, really great offense by Roswell, and Pope's defense kind of let down. It's they got that. They go to the backside pass, and they got the offensive player right there on the backside open, gets the ball straight in on the goal, and doesn't miss that close in.
Yeah, nice passing, nifty pass through the traffic from the left to the right, and Bruce found himself with only the keeper between him and the back of the net, and the keeper really wasn't able to move over fast enough to cut off the angle. And yet another face-off. We haven't been keeping the face-off stats, but these are going at least 90% of these have gone Roswell's way.
Yeah, that's it's hard to come back when you're down 6 goals when you don't have the ball, and Thomas has certainly set up his team with winning face-off after face-off.
A little bit of a tackle there, and the referees, they took a little minute to throw that flag, but he got mugged from behind, and exactly what Pope doesn't need. They're going to go down a man again.
The one thing I've learned about lacrosse is that when they throw the flag, if the team that would benefit from the penalty is still with the ball and in an advantageous position, they won't stop play. But if it does affect and take away the advantage that the team has, then they will stop it, which is what they did.
Hornets going to go into another man advantage with 3:23 remaining here in the third. Up 11-5. That's the Roswell Hornets in white, Pope Greyhounds in blue. Both these teams came in with strong records, 6-1 for Roswell, 8-2 for Pope. And if Pope doesn't get something going here soon, they're going to fall behind in this region. Roswell working around behind the net again. Bruce on the right wing. Smith and Bruce have been a tough duo out there for the Hornets tonight, doing most of the offensive work. Setting it up at the top. A little harassment from the Pope defense, but not enough to dislodge the ball. Oh, great
nice pass.
Trying to wheel and get another shot, and it's good. Great pass by Smith. That sets up the goal down there by number 22, Lakita. Looks like number 22. Beautiful pass by Smith.
I couldn't see who scored. That was really a great play to get the opening and that pass right in the interior of the Pope defense in front of the net. He caught the ball. He didn't have a shot, but was able to make a little move to get an opportunity and to get some room and a better angle at the goal. And he got the ball in the net, and Roswell's firmly taking control here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Stan Smith's had a dominant game. That's his 3rd assist to go along with 4 goals. He winged that thing right through the defense and set his man up for a great opportunity, and they capitalized. Roswell up 12-5 with 2:35 left, and they're not showing any sign of stopping here.
No, and they took advantage. That's their second man advantage goal of this quarter.
Plunkett working the ball from the top.
Roswell doing a little substituting while they maintained possession.
Roswell works it around. That's number 37, Gable. He's got 1 score already tonight.
Pope bringing up the pressures. They're defending the man behind the net.
Yeah, Pope's going to have to try to find some way to get back in this thing. 2 minutes left now in the third, down 12-5. Roswell maintains a 12-5 lead. Plunkett pushing the action. Taking a lot of harassment, still has it right in front of the net. Oh, not able to cleanly.
Too much traffic. Great move, great shot, but too many guys in blue jerseys there to block that shot.
Yeah, this one's going to stay Roswell's probably. Nope. Pope able to get that one, just kind of wings it out towards midfield, hoping his player can bail him out. Since early in this period, Robert, I haven't seen Roswell have to really defend much. Pope was on the attack right out of the halftime period, but after that, nothing going for them on the offensive side.
Well, Pope is trying to make things happen on the defensive end, but it's not working for them because they've drawn 3 penalties and they've had to play man down 3 times in basically 9 minutes of a 12-minute period, and that's not good when you're having to.
1:15 remaining here in the third period.
When you're playing 3 minutes of a 12-minute period, a man down, that's 25% of the period, and that's you're not going to be successful at those
Fancy
odds.
Little spin move by number 9 Tyson there to shake his defender, try to get the ball behind the net. See if they get some kind of opportunity going here. Nice play by Roswell defender Udy. 1 minute remaining, 50 seconds left here in the third. Roswell and White maintaining the 12-5 lead over Pope. Working the ball back to the keeper, Palmer. He's had a great third period. He stopped 3 tight shots on goal. And he's going to try to set the offense up. Roswell not able to get the pass cleanly. Only 30 seconds remaining here in this period.
Palmer, I don't know if I was the coach, I would be that comfortable with my keeper going that far out. But
yeah, good 30 yards ahead of the net. It hurt him early in the game. Gave up an early goal to Pope.
First goal of the game was scored like that.
It sure was, but since then Palmer's played spectacular. He's made a number of point-blank shot blocks at the net, stopped shots that were right in front of him. And
Roswell's had a great night offensively, but their defense has been just as impressive against a very good Pope team. I mean, this Pope squad is one of the best in Georgia, and they've been really frustrated trying to get the ball into the net tonight.
Yeah, Pope coming in with 2 straight wins, had a 9-8 win over Buford, a 15-7 win over Woodstock. And that is the end of the third, with the Roswell Hornets in white leading the Pope Greyhounds 12-5. Star of the game so far, clearly Stanton Smith, number 6 for Roswell. He's had 4 goals and 3 assists by my count. Really playing fantastic. A number of other players contributing. Bruce with 3 goals. Gable, Puckett, Licata with goals. Gowd, Gekas, everyone getting in on the action here. 12-5. We've got a 2-minute intermission as we move into the fourth period here. And if Pope is going to get back in this thing, it's going to happen fast. They really haven't been able to score much since the first half.
We were 3-3, probably just past the midway point of the first quarter, and Pope Roswell's outscored Pope 9-2, and they've been really aggressive. And I think one of the unsung heroes and stars of the game goes to MP Thomas because he's won so many faceoffs coming off the goals, and Roswell's been able to keep possession. And because they've been able to keep possession, they've been able to increase the lead and keep the Greyhounds offense from getting back in it. And, Pope's had a couple of opportunities here. They've had a couple of man-down advantages to try to score, and they haven't gotten a goal. And I know that Pope knew this was going to be a tough game coming over here in the area, but I don't think that they thought going into the final 12 minutes they'd be 7 goals down. And
they came in with a lot of confidence. If you're tuning in late, you might not know we were supposed to be doing a baseball game. So if you're looking at the title card, it certainly says baseball, Woodstock versus Roswell. Baseball got rained out. The clouds cleared. We had a turf field here. We saw the lacrosse teams coming onto the pitch, and we said we're going to just change tack and pick up lacrosse.
If I'm Coach Plath for Pope, I'm telling my guys, this is early in the season, and what we need to do in this fourth quarter is we need to get back playing Pope lacrosse. We need to play offense, defense, and play the best 12 minutes that we can and see what happens. Even if we aren't able to come on top, we've got a lot of lacrosse to play, and you want to leave here going into your next match on a high note, feeling like you can put this behind you and get on. But of course, this isn't over, and Pope is a good team. Roswell's very good, and we still see the battle. But you definitely, if you're Pope, you want to see their quality of play and the hustle and the effort still be 110% for the final 12 minutes.
Yeah,
one of the lengthiest, longest.
This is only their third region game so far. They made the Elite Eight last year, powerhouse team in all the field sports. They face a pretty tough stretch of schedule coming up. After this, they'll play Blessed Trinity. They'll play Mill Creek, and then they'll get a powerful Walton team before playing McCully, a team out of Tennessee, and then the rest of their region play. So they need to get it on track here. Nothing's going to get easy from here on out as
Well,
they work through the region.
That's why they're one of the really good programs, because they play the best, and you're not gonna improve by playing inferior competition. You got to challenge yourself, and it's not working out here tonight. But when it's all said and done at the end of the year, this Pope team's going to be heard from when it comes to the battle for the state championship.
Yeah, definitely going to see the same.
And so will Roswell. You got to give Roswell.
If they can hold on here, will move to 7-1 overall, 2-0 in the region. They'll also face some tough competition coming up in the next few games. But they look to be poised. They've got a lot of goal scorers. They've got a strong keeper who's able to make a number of plays for them back there. They've gone pretty deep in their bench, and they've got a real weapon at the face-offs with Thomas, number 17.
Yeah. Looks like that Roswell's gone into the bench to get some of the younger guys in there in this final period with a 7-goal lead.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of confusion as they're getting onto the pitch. Nice open shot in front of the net.
You really like the unselfish play for Roswell when they're in the offensive attack. They really try to move the ball around, much like you see in basketball against a zone defense. Keep moving it around and make the defense chase until somebody gets a good open look. And now they're going to back it out and see if they can set something up. Of course, with a 7-goal lead, they've got all night.
Yeah, I've seen some substitutions too for the Hornets, trying to get a couple of other players into the game. Some of the ones that have really impacted us early, getting a little bit of a rest here as they nurse a 12-5 lead with 9 minutes left.
Well, it's still early in the season, and you need to get as many guys as you can. Oh, that's a great save.
In. Nice save, a little bit left side of the net. Keeper's being harassed back there. They're not giving him anything easy. Pushing him to the ground. This ball could come loose, and the referees are going to say, nah, we're going the other way. It's going to be Pope ball. Dangerous play back there by the keeper. He couldn't get it out. That was Pasquale
coming out of
being harassed.
Coming out of the crease like that.
Roswell looking to try to get some kind of offense going here. Number 19, Godfrey, and he is able to keep it.
And that's the kind of sloppy play that can drive the coach nuts. Yes, you're down 7 goals, but the object here is to keep executing, ignore the score, and keep doing what you can to score and play at your best on offense and defense. And that was just a turnover based on, I think, a lack of concentration when you're not able to handle bringing the pass.
Roswell back in the offensive attack, working the ball around behind the net. Now on the left side over to Gekas. Up top to Plunkett. Plunkett, one of the smaller guys on the field, but he's actually been able to impact a lot, moving the ball into the right wing now, number 1, Plunkett. Plunkett brings it behind the net. Going to be another goal opportunity here, trying to work it into the middle. Runs into a lot of opposition. Roswell will take it back out and reset from the right side now. 8:25 remaining in this 12-5 game. Roswell Hornets in white leading Pope Greyhounds in blue. Plunkett working it around behind the net now. He'll try to set up from behind. And Roswell's going to take their time here. No rush with the 7-goal lead and 8 minutes remaining.
We don't get a call for a stall, but you want to definitely make a smart attack.
Oh, nice play in front of the net. Not able to get the opportunity for the shot, and it's going to be Pope ball going the other way.
It was a good idea, but it's awful hard with all that traffic in there to try to thread a pass through a needle and get it into the stick. But if it works out, you probably get a goal, but it didn't that time. And
we've seen real unselfish play by Roswell all night. Most of the goals have been assisted, and it's been a nice to watch. It's been a fun night here at Lacrosse at the Roswell Hornets Stadium up in Roswell, Georgia. 7:48 remaining in this game. Tonight's game brought to you by Sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities through youth sports. Excited to be out here for a lacrosse game and what turned out to be a pretty night. Enjoying a heated press box above the action.
You can feel that temperature dropping, though.
Yes, sir, we can. Right in front of the net, not able to get the shot off, and Roswell will go back on the offense yet again.
Those Roswell sticks are really active inside in front of their net, and they're not giving up any good scoring opportunities after the really first 6 minutes of the game. It's been pretty much a famine for Pope to try to get the ball into the net. We have a timeout.
7:10 remaining in the final period here, 12-5. Roswell Hornets in white nursing this 7-goal lead with 7 minutes left over the Pope Greyhounds in blue. We've got a timeout down on the field. Sportalspace brought to you tonight. Tonight's game
Looks
brought to you by Sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities through youth sports. We work with teams across the metro Atlanta area to help them find gyms and field for practice and training. We finished up an exciting basketball season, covered nearly 200 basketball games across the metro Atlanta area, including all 16 championship games. We've got reporters out in the field covering lacrosse, boys and girls, soccer, boys and girls, and also baseball. We've already seen some pretty exciting games with some great matchups from 1A to 7A. We love them all. We're excited to be part of Georgia high school sports. Is Sportalspace? Sportalspace every practice, every game.
Georgia is known for great football, but you look at the other sports and the quality of young men and women that are playing it when you're talking basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, track and field. There's just so many talented young student athletes in this state, and it's really an honor to be able to work with you guys and to be able to cover and watch them play and perform, because you know, high school sports, you just meet so many quality young men and women across this state, and we're seeing it here tonight from both teams.
Great support from the parents. It was raining. Everybody in the stands had an umbrella to start the game, and now it's turned out to be a nice night. A little bit cool, but otherwise real nice out there, and we're having a great time here at the home of the Roswell Hornets up in Roswell, Georgia. 7 minutes remaining in this final period, 12-5, Roswell leading the game. Roswell Hornets in white on the attack against the Pope Greyhounds in blue.
Yeah, I think Coach Steve Anzito for Roswell kind of wanted to settle his troops down and see if they could get the possession and really try to get one more goal before this is out. And, you know, it's all about execution. Yes, you may be leading, but there's going to be another battle to play later this week and later this season. Season's still early.
Yeah, both of these teams coming in with strong records. Pope.
There's another goal for Plunkett.
There's another goal. And Plunkett, I believe that would be his first of the night. He's had a big impact on this game, and he continues to play hard through the end. And that'll take it to 13-5 with Plunkett number 1 with the goal there. 6:34 remaining. 13-5 is your score from Roswell, Georgia, as the Roswell Hornets in white take on the Pope Greyhounds in blue.
I don't think when this game is over, I don't think the Greyhounds are going to be sticking around long. I think they're going to be heading back to Marietta as soon as they can, because it's not been the performance they're looking for, but you still want to try to finish strong.
Absolutely. There's a junior varsity game coming straight after this. We will not be live for that one. We are not prepared to cover both of those tonight. This was a bonus coverage from Sportalspace. Roswell on the attack, fires it and bounces it in. Wow, another goal for Roswell. That took about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And that was one of the defensemen, number 30, Van Ed.
Yep.
Van
got
Edie.
really good eyes.
Yep.
Brian.
Yeah, ball. The story of the night has been Roswell dominating the faceoffs. That gave yet another opportunity. They came right out and capitalized, and defenseman with his big stick, he winged that sucker right past the keeper.
Well, when you're hot, as Jerry Reed used to sing, and Roswell really tonight, they're hot on both ends of the field. They're not only playing great offense, but they're played just really shut down defense after giving up those 3 early goals.
Yeah, they're pouring it in now. 14-5 with 6:18 left. This was a close game. It was 3-3 early in the first. Pope managed the first score on a little bit of a miscue by the keeper Palmer. Palmer settled in. He's had a fantastic game. Stops and goal across the board. And he's really made the difference here tonight on the defensive side. On the offensive side, it's been primarily Smith with 4 goals, 3 assists, but contributions across the board. Bruce, Plunkett, Licata, Van Ed, Gowd, Gekas, Gable, and the other Puckett all scoring here. So it's been an offensive explosion. It's everyone getting into the action tonight, and it's been a fun game tonight. 14-5 with 5:45 remaining in the game.
And give Pope credit. They're really trying to set up an offense and trying to get some goals and trying
Pope
to take
not giving
something
up here.
positive.
Oswald, he's got 1 assist tonight. Roswell defender lost his stick there, but he's not a problem. The ball is bouncing behind the net.
Not many really wide-open opportunities for the Greyhounds in this game.
Even when they've got it, Palmer's been able to shut the door on anything that has been thrown at him. Pope working around to the left side now, trying to get something going here. Underhand shot, no good. It goes wide right. And that was number 9, Tyson. He's had 2 of their goals tonight. Tried to wing that sucker at the net and couldn't find the opportunity there.
And it's been that kind of night for Pope. Everything's worked well for Roswell. Nothing's worked well for the Greyhounds.
Another shot right in front of the net, and that one goes wide left as well.
I think Palmer may have got his stick on it.
Oh, all right. Palmer's had a fantastic game in net. We got 5 minutes remaining here, 14-5. Roswell leading the Pope Greyhounds. Pope staying on the offensive attack. Palmer with another stop. That was Stutzer with the shot from the right wing, and Palmer got his stick on it yet again. This ball's going to go Roswell's way with 4:49 remaining in the final frame. 14-5 here. Roswell Hornets in white leading the Pope Greyhounds in blue. Roswell looking to get the ball out of their own zone. Pope more aggressive here. Palmer better stay back in goal. They haven't moved this thing anywhere out of the defensive end yet.
I don't care what sport it is. If you're a goalie, you're trying to score.
Palmer not afraid to get himself all the way out to midfield when he sees the opportunities.
They've got a flag of here of some kind.
Didn't see the call, but I do see the laundry on the field. It's going to go probably against Pope again. Pope's been giving penalties a number of times tonight, and that's really hurt him. Roswell's capitalized on most of those opportunities.
I think that's the fourth this half for the Greyhounds.
4:24 remaining. One man advantage, just the last thing that Pope needs, down by 14-5 with 4:23 remaining. Hope you're enjoying tonight's game. Tonight's game brought to you by sportalspace. Every practice, every game. sportalspace helps connect communities through youth sports. Roswell working the ball around with the one-man advantage now. On the left wing, trying to find the opportunity to center. Up to the top of the point. Works it around to the right wing now. Roswell in white. Pope in blue. One-man advantage with 3:55 remaining, up 14-5. Up at the top now is Roswell. Roswell trying to find the man open in the middle. Sending a lot of offensive attackers through the crease. Good stop by the keeper. Pope looks to clear now. Being harassed coming up the right sideline is Godfrey. Oh, sorry, not Godfrey. That would be Catalico. That's McCullough working it around. Down to Lehman behind the goal. Pope looked to try to get a little something going here. 3 minutes and change left, and they've slipped one past Palmer that time. And that is a goal.
Number two,
Metzinger. 14-6 now with 3:16 remaining. Nice to see Pope continuing to battle, still staying in this thing, trying to find opportunities where they can. Really being dominated tonight, but not giving up in this game.
and that's important. We've talked about it a lot in this second half. The season's only a month old. There's still a lot of games to be played, and this may not be your night, but there are going to be a lot more nights that things are going to go your way, and it's all about execution and making the passes and playing defense and blocking shots and scoring goals and winning faceoffs, and you can't let one game get you two up and one game get you two down. You just got to keep playing. And there's a turnover.
.255 remaining in this game. 14-6 now. Roswell Hornets in white leading the Pope Greyhounds in blue. We roll into the final minutes here. It's been an exciting night of lacrosse. Hope you all are enjoying it at home.
Play's getting a little bit sloppy here in the final minutes, but
yeah, I think we got a few. A bit of a push in the back.
That's going to draw a flag.
Yeah, he threw the stick right into the back of the Roswell player.
That was a little frustration there, and that's unfortunate to see, but the officials saw it, and
yeah, they didn't wait to throw that yellow flag that time. 14-6 with 2:37 remaining, and Roswell's going to go yet another man advantage.
I think the fifth penalty for Pope in this half, and we knew they had to be aggressive defensively, but it just hasn't played off for them because they, committing the infractions and having to play a man down.
Yeah, Roswell's going to stay aggressive. I think they'll keep shooting here. I don't see them playing four corners in any way at this point.
Well, you play to win, and you've probably got some guys who don't get to play that much, and they want to score, and they practice just as hard as everybody else.
Yeah, Roswell with a deep roster, nearly 40 players on it.
Well, that's a good, strong program. Both of these teams have really good, strong varsity, and, of course, we've got a JV game, and,
you can see them piling up on the sidelines. We'll see if we can give you a view of it at some point. But a lot of players out here for the JV game, and it looks like they'll still get a nice crowd too.
Well, junior varsity programs, no matter what the sport, that's how you build your varsities to a strong junior varsity, because that's where the younger players learn to play, and when they get their chance to play at the varsity level, they're ready to go and ready to produce.
Pope trying to make something happen here, down 14-6 with 1:45 remaining. Still working hard behind the net. Looking for an opportunity to center or get some kind of shot off. Here comes a shot right at Palmer, and he makes another save. Oh, he's been fantastic in goal here in the second half. Palmer tries to take it out and gets mugged by two players. He took a beating for his trouble out there with 1:23 remaining. Palmer's been spectacular. He's had 4 or 5 point-blank saves that he's come up with. It's really, kept this being a really different game.
Everything's worked well for Roswell. The offense, defense. Palmer's played as the keeper, and the substitutions from the coaching staff have been right at the right time, and they've helped set up a couple of goals. And it's been everything's worked well tonight for Roswell, and it's not been that way for Pope. And
just 1 minute remaining here in this game, 14-6. Roswell looking to close this one out and move to 7-1 on the season. Pope will drop to 8-3 as they both move into pool play. Coming up here in the last month of this season, playoffs for lacrosse kicking off around the back half of April. And both of these teams will look to do some damage in the playoffs. They both made the Elite Eight last year. Roswell will progress after this game and will play Woodstock, Lassiter, and then Wheeler before playing one of the powerhouse teams in Johns Creek, and then St. Pius and Walden. They've got a tough schedule coming up. There's no breaks in this division for either of these two teams. 10 seconds remaining in this game now. Roswell with the last opportunity to put some points up.
That's what makes winning these games really sweet, because you're beating really good teams and really good players, and Roswell deserves a lot of credit. They had a solid 48-minute performance tonight.
Yeah, great performance. It's 14-6 is your final from Roswell, Georgia, as the Roswell Hornets defeat the Pope Greyhounds. Mr. Robert Heidrich, I had a great time. We didn't know we were going to be doing lacrosse tonight. We thought it was going to be baseball, but it's been a lot of fun. And
for the mistakes I made, I apologize. I'm learning on the fly. Lacrosse is an outstanding sport, and I look forward to doing this again, and we'll hopefully a little bit better educated, and hopefully we can do some more baseball and some soccer as well.
Absolutely. Stay tuned with SportalSpace. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel as we bring you more live broadcasts. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and you'll see all the action that we can bring you from Georgia High School sports. Thank you for joining us. This has been a presentation of SportalSpace. Every practice, every game. Good night.